So this is the game against the Cowboys, and I'm going to be muting my mic during this game because I don't feel like putting on a headset, and I'm just going to focus on this game because it's a divisional rival. And if I beat them, this could possibly knock them out of the playoffs or move them down a seed, depending on if the Eagles win their game.
I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Now, Mike, at this level here in the NFL, you just rarely see the type of performance where one player on the field just stands out that much against his peers. But that's exactly what we saw out of this quarterback a week ago. I mean, throwing for all those touchdowns, that's one thing. But the fact that he was able to protect the ball in the process is what really was impressive to me. I mean, it's not like he was just out there in the backyard chucking the ball all over the place. I mean, he was methodical, cerebral, lethal with his approach. Truthfully, I have no idea how you follow up a performance like that, but I'm certainly excited to see what he has in store.
Ready? They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Ready? Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Another run here with Mitchell. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game. all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
On first down, Daniels. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here we go.
Another run here for Robinson. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Come on. Set, go.
They'll look to run with Eckler. He slams it in there, and he is in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Dragons. His 12th touchdown of the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. We are through 1. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up.
Let's go now.
Daniels to throw on second down. Now he'll run it. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Riggs. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's into the end zone. Luke McCaffrey, touchdown Dragons.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Dak gonna run with it himself. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On third down, Prescott. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. On comes the punter now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And this will work out well. Touchdown by the special teams unit right at the 10-yard line. The Dragons offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. To the right side, catch made by McLaurin. Second and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing is Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. Inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. It is a touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys offense ready to take over once again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Taking off. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. He's been elusive in this first half. Look at those rushing numbers for him. Defense definitely going to have to find a way to keep him in check. Daniels now on 1st down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Dragons. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He fields it at the 8. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Prescott now. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. Now a second timeout called by the defense. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Dragons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. And he will score. Jahan Dotson, touchdown Dragons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. So we've reached halftime in a game that is all but over here at the break. As we send you to Orlando, we'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Bo Nix, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and Everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
On second down, it's Dak. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Dak facing third and long. That one downfield for Cooks. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. He's got it. And the Dragons keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw is Prescott. Pass pulled in by Vaughn. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Ooh. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's going to take this all the way home. Brian Robinson, touchdown Dragons. That Touchdown number 30 on the year. One shy of LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 31 touchdowns set back in 2006. Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dragons continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they...
And he's into the end zone yet again. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Dragons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, Dak. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The home team's offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
One more time, it's Robinson. And he's got another one. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Dragons. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. On comes Patterson for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Dragons stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more. Third and long.
Yeah, there we go. I take.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
From the 6.
On the give, it's Robinson. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
On the ready.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Daniels now going to look to throw. He's going to run it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That escapability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position.
Here we go. Here we go.
Dotson, the man in motion.
Ready.
They'll throw with Daniels. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Dragons. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Dragons will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now Prescott. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Second down, Prescott. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it's going to lead to 4th down. They're all set to punt this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Here comes a return. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Dragons offense about ready to take over once more. And this team continues to just win football games, well on their way to another victory here. The conversation is real. The 17-0 can be seen on the horizon. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Go.
Now Robinson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, They have no answers whatsoever.
Ready up. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Running right up the gut, it's Eckler. And he will score. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Dragons. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dragons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Good coverage by the kicking team. He's out of bounds, shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He keeps it himself, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A throw on the move is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Dak. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and 9. Dak to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on